Welcome back to Flankso6 channel. Today we are back with our next PvP match, but before we actually jump into that match and the competitors, we're going to take a quick look to see where we've gone in the Season 3 PvP tournament. So this is the third year we've been doing this, and we haven't gotten a chance to go through this, so we'll show where we're at. So on the top section here is our winners bracket. And on the bottom is the losers bracket. The idea being anyone that has lost one match goes down to the loser bracket side, and then they work their way back up the ladder and can play in the final match there of the winners bracket. Since it is a double elimination tournament. So right now where we're at, Johnny B and Lord Tyshan are set up for the semifinals match. We will probably do that in about 2 weeks or so. We're still working on some dates, and it kind of depends on some of the other matches that come before it. But I would like to potentially kind of end the matches here before everyone moves off to their breaks for a couple of weeks with the semifinals match, and then we'll come back after the new year and we'll finish up loser round 4, 5, and then play the finals. So there'll be about three matches left at the end here. Anyway, so you've seen a lot of matches so far. I think this is number 16 tonight. We have Adria and Mas DuPonts, who is coming up here, and the winner of this match will go against Fenarales, who played Johnny B last week and lost against him. So we'll get to see which one of lucky combatants here get to do that. So let's switch back to the match. And we have both of our competitors here today. Anyway, well, welcome, guys. Hopefully you guys are ready to play.
Hello. I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Awesome. Okay, well, anyway, let's get started. So you guys roll to see who will be starting first. Looks like Mask is red on the red team, and Adria is currently on the blue. All right, well, welcome back, everyone. Another PvP match here for the ages. Hopefully get a great game for you tonight. So we got Mask firing off here. So a 9, and I think that was a 20. So
I think you choose whether you want to pick first or second?
Yep. So we'll be playing off here for the next match. So one note is there's technically one less match. So it looks like Mask is going to pick first, and he's picking Lord Wrath here as his first hero. One thing to note is the game that preceded Mask DuPont's game and Gaiastrom, we ended up just having to declare a winner on that one.
I'm thinking of trying Jessa, who seems to be really popular, but I think I was going to try Kalanya out.
So, unfortunately, the player, one of the players there just could not, continue with the schedule, which is fine. We have those happen from time to time, and he just couldn't make things work. And it kind of came to the point that we really needed to get a resolution on his match, and he just wasn't going to be able to continue playing. So we ended up just declaring Mas DuPonts the winner on his, and so that's now how we are here tonight. So Adria versus Mas DuPonts. Adria just picking Kellyanna, the researcher, as her first hero. Seen her a little bit less. She's got the chain lightning ability where she can do some additional enemies to 2 enemies that are within 2 of it, and then killing word, which is actually quite a pretty powerful ability, doing 20 damage on hit, and the effect is if the attack dropped the target to 10 or fewer HP, kill it. So it has kind of an execute there that you can do with that ability. So that's a fun part of Kellyanna. All right, next up is Nynx here. Mass DuPont's picking Lordwrath and Nynx, which is kind of funny because that's actually, so far, that is the team that XR has been picking, which has been a very popular team. Now, XR, great player, did pretty good. He had a really close game between him and Code. Unfortunately, did not pull it out right at the end, and lost his game against Code. So Code moved on, and XR was eliminated, but he did a dang good job on his last match. Now, I know he'll never watch this video. Now, if he did, he'd hear me talking such good things about him, which I'm sure he would enjoy, but he will not get to hear that. So anyway, all right, so Mask, so let's see, Adria picking Kellyanna and Katarina the Witch as her two characters. On the left side, we got Varant, the Mastermind. We've definitely seen Varant a lot less. I think he actually only got played once so far, and in fact, the one player who played as Varant actually was Adria. So it's interesting that now that character is being played back against Adria in tonight's match. So we'll kind of see. We got two range characters and Lordwrath for Mass DuPonts. Now, Varant, he's got some really awesome abilities here to choose some different conditions that you don't get to see quite as much. But he has a lot more of these areas where you have to declare or you're attacking in specific areas like Wall of Fire. And then you get to do a few things where the target will then get the move, or that they take some more damage. So real cool things. Really the biggest thing I think with regeneration, and this came up in Adria's match, was if Varant is the last character alive, then he can't actually use regeneration if he's killed. Because there's nobody left alive to continue the match. So once he's reached 0 HP, then it's pretty much already over. And that is kind of the counter there for Varant, which is a pretty cool ability. And then he's got weird 24 damage on hit. The effect killing the other enemies with 10 HP or less in 5 of you. So it's actually a multi-execute ability, but you got to get a lot of heroes low for that one. So let's see, pop away a few of these ones there. And Mass picking his last character, so Count Blake the Vampire. So we're seeing Count Blake. Good chance we'll see an early call of the Master because that's just such a good ability. And then on Adria's side, Rurik the Warrior, the massive tank character with Iron Wall, where he can be immune to all damage and new effects from enemies. And then, of course, that Epic Shield, which can give him a permanent protected status. Now, let's see if there's any kind of interactions with that today. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see a lot of things. I mean, we could see Oxygen Siphon, where they ignore all their helpful conditions, which could get played against Rurik. And then, of course, Glooming Thoughts, which we've seen a lot before as being a very powerful counter to enter any of the shooter characters. Anyway, so we are about to kick it off here. Adria with one more character to pick, and then we'll be moving on. You just picking your last character now? All right, cool. So Adria, considering her last options, she did mention to me earlier tonight before the match started how she was considering playing a commander. Now I know a lot of the commanders are, it's a newer class for one, and it has some additional rule set with that, right? And that does make people a little more nervous, I think, potentially about playing the commander, especially if they don't feel like they've played enough of the game yet, which not all of our players have. Maybe they played in PvE, but PvP is a little bit different, and so they may be kind of concerned that if they play one of those characters, then maybe they end up missing something or messing something up that works out against them. But anyway, Adria is considering that or a healer there. Azrael looks like who is she is looking at right now. She's actually just kind of scanning over everyone, just to kind of evaluate her different options there.
I'm back on the board again if I take Skara.
So Gladius, he comes back on the board by somebody dying. When somebody dies, that's how he comes back. Yep.
Okay.
And he can, I think the special ability on his card is he can basically kill himself, and then that heals somebody. And I think, I could be wrong, I think it's 4 HP. It's not a lot.
Yeah, 4 sounds right. But one of the special things is he has to be removed from the board as well to make the attack.
Yeah.
As part of making the attack is he gets removed.
Yep.
Okay.
So looking like Adria there is considering Skara, the Weaver of Shadow. I actually really hope she does pick her.
We'll try a new healer to me.
Nope, she's going to go with a healer instead. Now, like I said, there's a lot of interactions with Skara, especially Gladius. He is basically a condition monster where he's just throwing out exposed conditions, weakened conditions all around him. If you use either the Evil Will or Soul Burn attack. All right, looking like Adria is picking Sheeran, the Tycoon Redeemer here, as her last hero. All right, cool. So now both roll for hero placement and then what side of the board. So Adria with 3 range characters actually tonight. Only 1 melee character, Rurik on her side, and 2 and 2 for Mask. So Mask rolling a 3 there on his side.
Goes first as well?
Well, yeah. So you got to choose if you want to place first or second.
Yeah.
So if you place first, then you go first, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
All right. So Adria winning the roll there.
First.
All right. So she is.
I'll just stay on this side of the board for ease.
And now she will get to pick her first hero. So like I said, she has 3 ranged heroes, which has some benefits and some downsides. Downside of being a ranged character, right, is that it's a lot easier to have someone block you against the wall, and you're forced to take reaction attacks, like we've seen a lot. Like we've seen a lot before in some of the previous matches, right? All right, looks like Adria there going down with Rurik, kind of mid-south-ish board. Still pretty close to the center. So kind of getting started here on her first placement. I'm just going to pop these down while I remember, because we've had a couple times before where we forget these to like after people have already started placing, and then we're trying to catch up from there. So let's get these down here on the board. Oh, you talking about his miniature? Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's so true. That miniature, man, he sticks out so far, and that, yeah, it does exactly show that Wantuan did such a good job of doing the 3D modeling of this that it's so accurate. Yeah.
And we actually had both of them in the same mission. That was fun when they were next to each other.
You said the Cerberus one has that as well?
Mm.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few of them like that. All right, so Count Blake kind of going down midfield midfield and then slightly back. Katarina going down second for Adria, getting down onto an altar spot. Good spot there, and looking like Verant going down as a counter placement spot there. Also, now, Adria is going to be going first with Rourke, so it's already kind of looking like Mask intends to pull Adria to his side, and then thus make it so that way Adria's range characters will have to move up to be able to support Rourke, and maybe kind of get them out of place and make it easier for them to, get attacked by either Count Blake or Lordrath. And Count Blake actually has a lot of ability to get around for that, because he has that Night Cloak ability where he can do a benefit move up to 5 squares. That's just massive. Like 5 squares, it's almost his entire movement again to move around without taking any reaction attacks. It's so good. All right, looks like Code has made it here tonight, and he's already in the comments shit talking his opponents. Fake news, XR got clapped. That footage was fake. Classy Code. It's only the top-notch things I expect from you, sir. All right, so looking like Kellyanna going down next for Adria. So Adria kind of placing Kellyanna in a mid, really, I'd say almost this is true midfield, where, pretty much about even between the horizontal and vertical directions, kind of being able to get into all spots there. Wow, very quickly we're seeing heroes go down. So Nink's going down next for Mass, moving to the top part of the map. Sheeran about to get placed down here for Adria, and then Lordrath is going to quickly move into position as well. So Sheeran moving way back, looking like...
I feel like I've left Rourke out to
Yep.
hang out to dry there all by himself.
So I hope I turned the audio so you guys could hear that. But yes, Adria just saying exactly what I said earlier. Rourke kind of out there now, and likely to kind of get pulled in. Now, based on where Mask went, he could kind of just move up and get into a better spot. All right, so now you guys just need to pick your heroic actions, and then when you guys are ready, let me know, and I'll start the clock, because I'm not going to forget it this time.
All right.
So for anyone that watched the last match, you'll note that we actually forgot to start the clock. Now, we are able to kind of figure out the time and get actually really close to the amount of time that we had in the game anyway, so it really didn't change anything. But, obviously it's better to play with the clock if we can. But anyway, so Sheeran being way back there, which will be okay as long as he's not too far away from Rourke. If Rourke goes all the way into that black backline there, he may be in some trouble. All right, what's up, Code? Oh my God, you remembered. And so here's what I hate about, let me do a quick rant on YouTube Studio. For some reason, they decided to put an emote icon over the chat in YouTube Studio, which then makes it so that way you can't see the full text of what someone says until it's already moved up to like the next line in there. It's super, super frustrating. I don't know why anyone thought that was a good idea. There's all this wasted space in YouTube Studio where we could see things more easily, but no, we're going to make it complicated. Anyway, I'm going to get off my YouTube rant here. You said you're ready?
Yep, ready.
And Adria, you're ready?
Yep, I am ready.
All right, I'll click the button and you feel free to get started there with work. All right, here we are, match 16, kicking off. Yes, I absolutely friggin' hate that icon. But anyway, we are getting into it. Rourke here. Now, like I mentioned earlier, he has a lot of opportunity to either get into the back line, force a bad position to Varant, or kind of work his way and maybe put, Lord Wrath into the lava here at the early.
I want to get my shield up.
Oh, she's getting the epic shield up as her first attack, throwing out a special with epic shield. I don't think we have any interrupts. Just let me double check. Yep, no interrupts. So we're all good on that side. Kicking off. That is a hit. So she successfully gets the first attack off the game.
20 damage to Lord Wrath. So 65 down to 45.
All right, welcome. Slipping back. Welcome to the PvP tournament here. Hopefully we'll get a good game here for you to see. Now, as the tournament goes on, right, you kind of see some of the better players start kind of filtering out. I think we're kind of getting there. Adria is definitely a very good player. Mask, I've seen a little less. He's only played about one game so far. So I'm a little less sure exactly where he's at. But both players definitely probably I expect pretty good game tonight. So epic shield going off. Now he is permanently protected, which means that raises his defense to an 11 for anyone that attacks Rourke there. Now he is looking like he's going to get into a mob. So you have Count Blake and Lord Wrath surrounded there, so that actually basically negates that protected, bringing him back to 8. So on the bright side, I guess it's making it so he's not, it's 5, and that is a miss. So that epic shield actually paid off for Adria there.
That's 8.
5 really do it.
Although you were but it's still not enough because of protection.
Yeah.
Still not enough.
Yeah, if you didn't have epic shield, it actually would have been a hit. But
would have just.
Yep.
That was why I wanted that out right away.
So epic shield immediately paying off and causing a miss there on Night Cloak off of Count Blake right there at the beginning.
Katarina.
So Katarina coming up next. Good opportunity to either get some vulnerable out if she wants to focus down somebody. So vulnerable increases the amount of damage that somebody takes, plus 3 damage basically once someone if they are affected by vulnerable and someone attacks them, they will get 3 more damage on that person, and it is a once per turn. Now if Adria wants to go for maybe making sure that they continue to miss with Blood Curse, that's a good option. So makes them curse. They take a disadvantage. Let's see.
I can see the Lord Wrath, right? Yeah.
Yep, she is good. Vision here is measured corner to corner, so that is a good thing. Basically, as long as you are not intercepting any walls, then that is a legal vision, and then you just need the range. For all range attacks, it's range 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and easily in there, no problem. All right, so Blood Curse going out, so she's going to try to reduce.
Because I'm on the altar, I have to use the Bless?
Correct, yep. If you're doing a primary attack, yeah.
Yep, okay.
All right, so since she's on the altar, she will be blessed, which means she will get to roll twice and get the best result. So that is a miss. So good thing that she is on that altar, because that paid off for her.
So is it 2 or 3 hit points?
It's 3 hit points.
So 67.
So with the altar, it's kind of a positive and negative. You get blessed, but you take 3 damage if you hit with your blessed attack. So she rolled twice. She got that best result, and that is successful. So she applies 11 damage, and now he is going to be cursed. And so that's basically the opposite of what blessed is. So you roll twice and get the worst result. And if they do miss, then they end up taking 5 damage.
Okay, so no passive.
So yeah, too far for her passive. So her passive despair there, hit a target on the first of your turn. Another enemy within 5 squares, he takes 4 damage. And she is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Too far away for that passive. Now, I think she did declare focus on the first one, which basically lets her make her targets exposed, aka reducing their defense by 3, giving her a better chance to hit. But she can't move then if she declares focus. So that's exactly what she did. She's getting that special up here. Kellyanna on the next turn. Veront is coming up next here for Mass DuPonts. So now basically what Veront wants to do is he wants to try to see if he can get people lined up with that wall of fire. Did she say something? Oh, are we getting a heroic action? All right, doing a heroic action.
Sorry, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Yeah, I didn't hear what he said.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Heroic action. Heroic absorption. Remove a special. Deal 10 damage. Because I don't want Katarina swapping my permanent effects.
All right. So Mass going with an early heroic action here. So you can see that sometimes earlier on in the game, if there's, this is a perfect case. It's somebody that wants to make it so that way an enemy hero can't get a special. In this case, he looked like he took Soul Link. So that's the one that transfers a permanent effect from a combatant to another. So let's see what ones could come up. We could get Oxygen Siphon on him. Call the Master, I think, is probably one he's trying to think. Glooming Thoughts may be another one that he's trying to protect for. So definitely some good options there, and good play to remove that Soul Link.
So question about Kalanya. Killing Word. So it does 20 damage, and if the attack drops a target to 10 or fewer hit points, they die.
Yep.
Does that include her passive or not?
It does, because the passive happens first,
okay.
And then the effect happens. So then that's when it would be considered after, passive or after passive hit damage and then effect.
Okay. So I know I've cursed Lord Wrath, but I could potentially just take him out right now.
Ooh, wow, she's going for an early kill. Wow, Adria on the the aggressive side. I actually don't see that a lot from Adria from previous games that she's played in. So it's kind of cool to see her going for a different strategy tonight. She's going for it.
And try and kill Lord Wrath with Killing Word.
All right, so Lord Wrath, he's at 34. If he takes 20,
no one within 3 of me. And he's far enough away that I get the bonus 4 damage if I hit. So that would take him to exactly 10. Would be enough to that.
Wow. Yep. That would be exactly 10. If she does it, she'll get, maybe 8 minutes into the game, we might see a dead hero already. Does it go?
Just enough.
Just enough. Oh my God. Lord Wrath knocked out 8.5 minutes into the game. That's probably one of the quicker kills I've seen in the game. Fantastic job by Adria. Surprising. I did not see that coming, but she is playing aggressive tonight. She really wants to win this one. All right, and Lord Wrath, that's it. He's gone. Wow.
Okay. And
Hopefully you guys
she's
are
not
enjoying
moving,
this.
but
Let me know in
she's
the
just
comments what you guys think, and what things you're liking, not liking, or what you think about this match so far. Now, if Tyson and Code are in the chat, I know they could probably also agree that we don't often see a hero killed that quickly in on the game, but looking like Adria was able to get that off. So very quickly we go from 4 heroes Adria to 3 heroes Mass DuPonts. Yes, actually, you're right. Slipping back, so Lordrath is from Chronicles of Drunagor. He is a character from their game who was a crossover into the world of Tanares, and is actually playable in the campaign as well. But yeah, also a PvP character. All right, so looking like going with Nynx is going Pew Pew. I did not hear her target. Who was it that you were attacking?
Kalanya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're quiet. I'm actually just going to turn you up a little bit in Discord.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. Yep. That's why I thought I'd double check.
What's that? 13 damage and hastened.
Yep. So Lordrath, I'd turn it, but then it turns like the whole card. And then actually, funny thing is, we have another crossover character right here. Nynx Succubus Agreed. She is a hero from Madara, who also is a crossover into the world of Tanares. And then the rest of the characters are all original characters. So we have Shirin, the Tycoon Redeemer, who is a RPG character. Kellyanna, the researcher, is a new hero to Tanares with Tanares Adventures, I believe. And then Veront, the Mastermind, also a newer. Shiron is the way I've been pronouncing it.
Shiron?
Yeah. It's apparently a Brazilian word, but it doesn't have a positive meaning.
Oh.
Yep.
Not a positive meaning, but he's a redeemer.
Yeah, I don't know what the thought was on that naming, but
yeah. Okay, so.
All right, so Shirin coming up next. So we have double channeling or stream of balance, most likely what he's going to come out with. He is pretty far back. I think, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, too far to attack anyone. He's going to have to move up. Are the Kemet Generals going to be special class, or will or each will get a class? Oh, man, Code, you dirty dog, you.
Target Nyx with Stream of Balance.
Technically, they are special classes, but that is because
will not forgo my passive, so I will keep my passive up.
So, all right, Adria, they're gonna use that passive for healing, and targeting Nynx there with this attack. A 3, that is gonna be a miss, so miss for Adria now. Are these latest versions of the characters, or will some changes? These are all the same characters as Ultimate. No changes there. So exact same ones as you see here. Kemet Generals, though, they do have actual classes, though. So you will be playing them as as each of the different classes. Now, I will probably do a video maybe pretty soon on the Kemet Generals, especially since you've reminded me, Code. See, this is part of it. You guys got to tell me what kind of things you want to see, and then I can kind of help curtail what kind of content we're getting here. But yeah, we may be able to show the Kemet Generals
is Call of the
Here.
Master.
All right, so we're seeing Call of the Master come out here from Count Blake.
So he'll trigger Rurik's passive.
Correct.
So -2 penalty, and he takes 4 non-lethal damage.
All right, so since he started, he's attacking somebody else, getting that circle of protection. Uh-oh! That's going to be a miss.
Damn.
Not good rolls for Mask. He is not getting those hits where he needs to. Now, at the same time, taking that penalty from Circle of Protection, not a good one that you want to take lightly there.
And done.
What is the unknown stretch goal? Man Code, look at you. You're just full of questionable suggestions today. I can't actually announce that one yet, but I will tell you that it is going to be in the upgrade pack, and it does actually, let's just say it involves a specific character getting something alternate about that character. I don't want to spoil the surprise because the idea is for you guys to find it when you get your box. And just like we did for Arena back in the day. No, at the same time, you know, everyone kind of has their own view of how exciting the content will be. In this one, it's not a miniature. I'll tell you that. It's not a miniature.
Move. I'm going to go hit Nyx.
All right, so Rurik moving.
I'm going to use
Moving
Crushing
up,
Blow.
going Crushing Blow. That is a great move to use here where she'll be able to move. If she gets the hit, she'll be able to move Nyx into the lava and then force him to be slowed. And she got it.
So that's going to be 11 damage.
That is a great play there.
I may move the target up to 2 squares. Nyx into lava.
Nyx
For another 4 damage.
taking some more damage there.
Move up to 2 squares.
Adria on the offensive tonight.
And Nyx is slow.
So Nyx slowed and hastened. Now she won't get that hastened. Basically, by the time it comes back to her turn, that temporary will come off of her. Now, normally slowed and hastened are the opposite of each other and they cancel each other out. But since this Pew Pew will drop as soon as it comes back to Nyx's turn, she'll just be slowed. So she can't take side steps. So that means she'll have to take a reaction attack there. All right, so it is Verant who is coming up next here. Special is down because he did miss that Call of the Master. Huge miss for Mask, and I think he's really kind of feeling it already. He's looking at his options now. Where Verant is, there isn't that quite alignment. I think he'd really like for Kellyanna, Sheeran and Katarina to all be lined up because that'd be one juicy line of fire right there. But looking like that's not going to be the case. Instead, he is moving up close, looking like he's going to go with Tentacle Claws.
Was on Valani.
Kalanya.
One.
Thought about Valani.
Yes.
Kalanya, Kellyanna. I don't know. Some of the names I'm not even very good at, but successfully getting it off there. So he does get a +2 to the roll, so very easily got that. So she's going to get 9 damage there on Kellyanna, and then get to apply one of the conditions there, and then that will apply each time. And you can just pull out one of the tokens from the bags here to tell us which one were you going to do?
Okay.
Cursed. Okay, there you
Just
go.
put it on top of the card.
Yep, perfect. All right, throwing down a cursed token there. So now Kellyanna will have to take 2 rolls and get the worst one. What is the unknown stretch goal? If it's not Ananob, who do I contact to say there was a mistake? Code, you shenanigans, you. Adria, yes, definitely playing super aggressive tonight. And like I said, this is not normal for Adria. In past games where we've seen her, she does not play this aggressive, so she is really changing things up to try to, I think, knock her opponent off. Now, at the same time, he may not really know how Adria normally plays to begin with, but she is going for the throat here. So next likely target could be Nynx. Now, since it is Katarina's turn, special is up. She could look at a Dark Ritual. So Dark Ritual allows you or an ally within range can swap HP values with the target if the HP difference doesn't exceed 22. So I think AJ is probably counting right now. So 22 from 18. So that would be 20. Oh, it's exactly 22. So she could swap the HP of Nynx and Kellyanna if she can successfully get this off. Now, I think that's maybe what she's going for. Hey, Tyshan, good to see you. I think we're going to see a hot play here.
Let's go with...
Oh, no. Maybe she doesn't see it.
Let's try this cursed again.
No? Oh, wow. Oh,
For me last game.
that would have been such a good play. I think she just didn't see it. Yeah, exactly at 22 apart. So she would have been able to swap. That would have been massive. And looking like she is going to miss that.
5, which is going to be a miss.
So 5 residual damage. A good thing about this game is even if you miss, you're still getting some damage. There's still some progress that goes on, whether it's the primary attack or special attack. You're kind of always keeping things moving and never just, up against a wall of not doing any damage, and some characters you just can't knock out. So now I will say that residual damage is not lethal.
I guess loses pew pew, so she's not hastened.
Yes.
She is slow.
He's going to move and take the reaction attack.
All right, so forced to take that reaction attack from Rourke since she is slowed. She can't sidestep out. Windows, man, you just look at you, Code, and that is successful.
So that is 6
1,
damage.
2, 3, 4.
So 35 down to 29.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so just enough anyway.
Oxygen siphon on Rourke.
All right, so Adria is getting the reaction attack there from Rourke on to Nynx, and now Nynx is responding with oxygen siphon.
Find the closest combatant to the target, so that just cancels out. You're protected.
Yep.
Katarina is closest. It's combatant.
Is it?
Combatant, not ally. Did you want to say?
Closest combatant to the target.
Yeah, Rourke's still the closest.
Yeah.
Is it?
So that is a hit.
Yeah,
No, if you
from
were the
Nynx.
combatant- No, Katarina's closer to Rourke than Nyx is.
Closest to the
If
target.
you
yes.
are
Yep,
the combatant,
That's a miss.
closest to target. Yep, that's right.
So that is a miss. 15 residual damage.
Oh, another miss for Nynx. Man, he is not having a good time. Or sorry, not for Nynx. For Mass DuPonts. This is not going good for him right now. Just cannot get those specials. He's already missed 2 specials.
Bless doesn't apply to the ultimates don't apply to specials. No, damn.
Just
Yeah,
not getting
waiting
those
to see my
hits.
Special for the same reason.
Can
Because
absolutely
Cursed also doesn't apply to specials.
brutal here. So Kellyanna coming up here. She is cursed.
Yeah, it's primary only.
So she is going to have to roll twice, take the worst result, unless she goes for a special attack. So she does still have Chain Lightning. Now, she may not want that. She could go for Heroic Action here. Adria hasn't used one yet, but that would be a way to kind of get around that Tentacle Claws cursed. So season 4 will probably be a little bit while away. We got some other work and things coming up here in the spring.
I assume the movement and the effect part has to be all in range 8.
Which one are you referring to?
Looking at Chain Lightning. So if I hit, I can move for the target. So I think if I start the move within 8, I think that can move out. But then the remainder of it, the deal 10 damage to 2 enemies, that has to be within 8 of Kalanya?
No, I'm pretty sure it would still work. Even if you moved outside
And
of
move
range.
for the target, then deal 10 damage to 2 enemies in 2 of it. It's hard to say because it's all part of like that one effect, right? Now I would think maybe like no, I guess the other one's not even part of a like a hero effect. So
And I'm probably, I mean, I can't focus anyway, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Because I think it makes more sense to move up and pull someone through the lava. Although I guess I could put any of them in the lava, really. Let's go with.
Not sure if she's still gonna do that or not, or she was looking at something else. So looking like she wants to use that Chain Lightning, move them around to some other maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, so Kellyanna moving around there.
And we'll keep trying to get this healer down. So I will use Chain Lightning on Nyx.
Oh, she is going for a special there.
7. Curse does not apply because it's a special.
So great use there of a special, getting around that cursed, and she got it. Wow, Adria just getting all the hits tonight.
Nyx. Plus 4 because she's more than 5 away, so that's 20.
So a huge hit there. So that's 20 damage. Now she'll get to move her 4.
Move her 4 spaces and then deal 10 damage to 2 enemies within 2 of her. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So she gets 4 more damage from lava.
Oh man, just beautiful
and then
play.
Link will take 10 damage. 61 down to.
Just
1.
beautiful, beautiful play
Then
there. A little too
flip
far.
my team token back to special ready.
Boom.
And theirs stays at no. If theirs was up, I would flip that as well.
Wow.
And I'm done.
Wow. Absolutely great play by Adria there, using Kellyanna, the researcher, to great effectiveness, and doing a stupid amount of damage to Nyx. And Nyx is probably, in pretty big trouble now. She is already very low on health. Her turn is not even up, coming up here soon. So she may not even be able to survive here. So life drain coming up here. Count Blake looking like he is attacking Rourke. And he is...
That's good.
Ignore all effects applied by your enemies on the target. Yep. So that does negate that epic shield. So that is a hit. So you don't see that benefit on life drain used very often. In this case, that is very effective to use that one, because you're getting around that. Now, if he did not have that, that would have been a miss right there. So right there. So now Rourke cannot regain HP, but Count Blake does get some health back. And I don't know if he got that brutality. I think he may have missed the brutality on there. So hit a target that isn't adjacent to any of your allies, and the target will take 4 more damage. I don't think he applied that, but we'll see. So Sheeran is coming up next. He only needs to do 5 damage to knock out Nynx. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He needs to move up 1 space there, but he could basically get some healing off, kill Nynx with double channeling, and then or can get some empowered and toughened out if she wanted to go with that.
So I will use double channeling.
There we go.
I will target Nyx with that. I can't quite
So,
focus.
Right now, Mask is just so much trouble. About to have his second hero knocked out. Kellyanna is starting to get low, but she has used both of her specials already. So, and Rourke has already used one.
I will target Nyx with this.
So in a much better place. Now, Kellyanna is definitely more her powerhouse character. So will she see if she gets it? An 11, that is successful. Nynx is out of the game. Wow, very quickly, Adria kind of having her way with her opponent tonight.
For the effect, so
just with
24, and then for my passive, I will heal 4.
Extremely aggressive play, just going right after the hero that just focusing someone down before they even have a chance to kind of respond to it.
So it turns out cursing people is a good way to kill them. We keep killing them before the curse comes out.
So Adria knocking out Nynx there, losing that vitality juice box, which is honestly probably one of the better parts there of Nynx's special. Now, I'm assuming she's probably going to save Verant for last because of that regeneration ability. And so she'll most likely go after Count Blake next. Meanwhile, we'll probably see Count Blake. He could kind of move his way around and get to Kellyanna there if he wanted to. Nope, he's going for... Oh, looking... Sorry. We're on Verant there, and so he is going with Tentacle Claw. So he's going back for Kellyanna there. And so going back for Kellyanna, Tentacle Claw, he does get it. Now he gets to choose a new effect, or unless he wants to put that same one down. So he's going right back for Kellyanna. Now he needs to remember that passive so he can kind of keep churning out some damage. And I think he's forgotten it again. Gotta remember those passives. Those are absolutely vital to making sure that you can keep up damage output throughout the game, especially when you're already down 2 other characters. All right, next up is Rourke. He cannot regain HP, which I don't think is too bad for him right now. He's actually in a pretty healthy spot, but he could do a War Cry or actually Crushing Blow might be better. Throw Count Blake in.
We're going to use Iron Wall on Count Blake.
Oh, man, she just will not stop. Going with max amount of damage there. So Iron Wall, even though Rourke doesn't really need it right now, she's just playing so aggressive, and it does not pay off today.
So that will be 15 residual damage.
So that is her first miss on a special. Only getting 15 residual damage instead of the 20, and being immune to new effects. Now she could still move if she wanted to. She could use that benefit move to move to maybe a safer spot, but I guess she wants to kind of maybe hold down that bridge. Now Adria is pretty far ahead right now, so Mass has to do a lot to catch up. So even with that miss, it's not really kind of throwing her off too much yet. But Count Blake is got some work to do. So Blood Feast he does still have up. He could use that. He would regain 12 damage, and then he can hit up to 2 enemies. And he's kind of flying around hitting people and looking like he may do that.
Lord Wrath within
He
5 of
could actually do that on Kellyanna, kill Kellyanna, and then so sidestep to Kellyanna. Oh, we're seeing a heroic revival come out. Sorry about that. So he is not gonna go with a blood feast. He's going with heroic revival, reviving a dead ally. So he's raising Lord Wrath back from the dead and placing it within 5 squares of you at 22 HP and no special attacks. So Lord Wrath back on the board. No specials though.
Oh, and he gets his life drain back.
yes.
And life drain goes back there to Count Blake. All right, so Katarina coming up next. No special up, so she's going to have to either go with a Black Plague or Blood Curse. Adria usually likes that Blood Curse. And I'm really kind of disappointed she missed that Dark Ritual earlier. That would have been such a good transfer. I'll have to tell her at the end of the game because I'm sure Adria would love to see that one there. But anyway, how is the game going for you guys? Are you enjoying this so far? This is match 16. We are working our way here to the end. Yep, Blood Curse coming out again from Katarina. She is right in the thick of it, so she will be able to get a Despair, assuming that that is not forgotten about there. Figuring out her target. Does she want to go?
Target Lord Wrath again.
She's focusing down Lord Wrath again here with that. So even if Lord Wrath does get a turn here, if she is successful, then he will be cursed for that. Oh!
That is definitely a
It
miss.
rolled off at the last second.
5 residual damage.
And finally, Adria getting some misses. That is beneficial for Mass, so he can start to kind of catch up on the game here. But special coming back up. Adria still has 2 heroic actions left. Mask has already used both of his, so she does have some other options available to her. All right, so we got Veront, the Mastermind, coming back up very quickly. Going for Tentacle Claw again.
I can hit Kalinya and Chiron.
So it is
I know
all
all of them.
combatants, so it would hit Lord Wrath as well.
And Count Ball.
Oh, going with Wall of Fire. Yeah.
I mean, you could make it not hit Count Blake because he's at the end, but that would hit Lord Wrath.
Yep.
No, I can hit Katarina and Rook with it though. I will do that.
And just so we're clear, because I know last time this one came up, so it's the target who it's kind of like a Zun's ability. So the person who gets hit gets to choose. Yeah.
Yep. And then if it's movement, I get to choose the movement.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And then roll for both. Rook first. That hits. It is 8 damage and a moving or taking +2.
I will take +2.
So 10 damage.
All right. So Rourke taking some extra damage there. Wall of Fire going off. And Katarina next in that fire, and she is taking it too.
Move 2 or take 2 extra damage.
You can move Katarina.
So she will take 10 damage there. Oh, sorry. No. She's going to take 8 damage and move 2. And he is going to choose the position there. So not a bad position, actually, for Adria, because she does have Kellyanna on her team there, which will kind of help her out from being mobbed. Now, I don't know if he realized that. Now, the other part is he's got to remember that Despair. I think he was within range there. And I don't think Mask has successfully actually declared any of his passives so far, which is a lot of missed potential damage. You got to get those passives. That can
flying yet.
easily cost
Cannot
you the
get
game,
away.
especially when you're behind.
A sidestep. So we're just gonna go ahead and use heroic ambush and kill Lord Wrath again.
Oh boy, here we go. So we're seeing a heroic
20
action
damage.
come out.
So I move to a square adjacent to an enemy, and then the enemy takes 20 damage. So let's move to here.
And Lord Wrath knocked out of the fight.
And I haven't moved yet.
Gone again. So he
The other side.
doesn't even get a chance to do anything. 2 heroes down for Mass DuPonts again. So he does technically have 1 resurrection, but that's only for Verant. So, you know, that's probably the target that's going to end up going last for Adria, as we talked about earlier.
2, 3,
Just it's not effective if you know, they go after someone else. But Verant can be pretty dangerous too.
this.
But he's got to really like split up damage, and I think that's what he's trying to go for. He's trying to get down Kelly on it, and he's trying to get down Rourke at the same time so he can kill both of them. But it's not quite there yet. The puzzle pieces haven't fully aligned to get that, so he can get that weird off, kill the other enemies within 10 HP or less in 5 of you. Because he also has to get into a better position for that as well. So he would need to kind of move to a different spot if he wants that.
Yep.
All right. So seeing some Blood Feast come out now. So he will get to benefit move up to 4 squares before declaring the first target.
I'll just take Katarina.
So he's not gonna be able to strike Rourke with that one, so I'm not really sure what he's thinking on that. So he should have moved up 1 space so he could attack both of them.
Passive, 16 damage.
So he does get 16 damage there on Katarina. And then he will get to heal 12.
Like heals 12.
So I think he's mostly concerned about that, but now he's not going to get the other part of the attack. I think he's starting to realize that he made a mistake there. Yep. Yeah, I think he realized he made a mistake at the end of that attack there, that he should have moved up first, either using that benefit move or his sidestep, and then attack Katarina, or actually probably attack Rourke, then attack Katarina with both of those so he could get both of the damages from Blood Feast, because I don't think he realized that it's 2 different enemies that you have to use that on. You can't use it on the same enemy. So unfortunately not working out there for Mass. Definitely got to think about that placement. Now Chiron coming up next. No special up. Stream of Balance.
Sidestep. Take here.
Looking like she's taking that sidestep there.
And I will use.
So she now Mass has been missing a lot. She could kind of throw down a distracted.
What do you use?
This
Stream of Balance.
Yeah,
and
this distracted
target
is starting to
Verant
become
with that.
much more powerful because Mask only has 2 heroes left. So he's going to be cycling through and hitting that a lot more often than Adria is. And looks like she got it.
So Verant will take 12 damage.
All right.
60 down to 48.
So Verant taking 12 damage, looking like she's kind of splitting up things here.
I will heal. Let's heal Burrick or passive.
If your passive was not
And
triggered
then
or
the
applied,
target
deal 3
is
damage to another.
distracted.
But it's looking like she is taking the passive there.
Done.
So healing 4. special will be up for Adria's next turn. Veron is coming up, but now he is distracted, so he has a -3 on his roll. Not good for him. Veront here now, he could do that Tentacle Claw. That's probably his best opportunity, honestly, to get around that distracted. So the benefit there, +2 to your attack. That's probably going to give you the best chance. Negate at least 2 of that 3. And probably... No, he's going for the Wall of Fire. Now, that's not a bad option
First.
either.
We'll roll for Rogue first. It's...
With protected and distract. Nice.
Yep.
Wow. So a -3 to the roll would be a 16, so that is still going to be a hit.
Correct.
He really risked it with that one because he was distracted and Rourke had protected on. So he got very, very lucky on that roll. Now rolling against Kellyanna, the easier one there. Getting a 6, just enough.
No damage.
You rolled a 6.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That does hit. The
-3.
the
But
distracted
it's
only
once-
happens once per turn.
Yeah, once per turn.
Okay, so it does hit. Right,
Yeah.
So, 10 damage.
Fortunately, yes, it does hit.
So not being moved, just 10 damage.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
So that working out for Mask, getting both of his hits. So now Kellyanna is low. So he could potentially get a weird pretty soon if he wanted to. Now Adria's 3 heroes are starting to get low. Kellyanna down at 5, very easy to get knocked out. Rourke starting to get low. Katarina starting to get low. And Sheeran, the only one up. Now he is going to have to do some work. Dart getting some heals out. So power offering he does still have. The hard part is Sheeran has a lot of other heroes to get through, unlike Mask here, who only has Count Blake and Veront, who is going to do a lot of work. That's the one downside of knocking out heroes a lot quicker, is the remaining heroes will get to start cycling through turns a lot quicker. So when you have a character like Count Blake who can do some more damage, now I won't say he's a high damage character, but Veront and Count Blake both getting some work done and starting to make some progress on Adria's team.
He is going to target Count Blake.
All right, so attacking Count Blake with Warcry, so he'll get a range 2 on his passive there, and that's gonna be a miss.
Oh, I should have moved up to mob. Oh well. So that will be.
Now I
5
guess
damage.
he would have been out of range, so I think that's why Adria was probably kind of holding on to it,
And then
because she wouldn't have been able to mob and
there's
be
opens him
close
up to
enough
mobbing.
to spouse
but
there.
I want to be there anyway for his passive.
There you go. Getting that passive out, so she can still get the passive on both of them. So they're going to have to attack Rourke here. So he is in a mob position, although he does have Katarina defending his back, so he will not be mobbed in this case. And Count Blake is up here, so he's probably life drain. It's probably going to be a best opportunity there. Get to ignore that epic shield, give himself a better chance to hit, especially since he can't even get that mobbed either. He wants to get as much as he can, and he'll at least get some more healing on that, kind of start making up that difference. And really, he kind of has to go for him, otherwise he'll trigger that circle of protection. All right, here we go. Rourke, if he gets hit, it will be 11 damage plus 4 if he gets Crawl's Brutality. And that is going to be a hit. So even with that epic shield, not enough to protect Rourke there, down to 8 HP. This is a good spot for Mass DuPonts to catch up here. Now, Verant is coming up. So Katarina needs to do something here to prevent the weird that's going to go off and kill both heroes at the same time, because what's most likely to happen is Verant does weird on Katarina and then knocks out 3 characters at the same time, which would be a pretty, honestly, epic play if we actually end up seeing that. But Adria hopefully is considering that. Otherwise, she is going to be in a world of hurt. Soul Link, she's looking at here at the difference in HP.
That is set up.
Yeah, trying to figure out, I think the only person, so 27, 47. So she could transfer with Count Blake. And that's pretty, yeah, that's 22 exactly. So she could transfer with that, or she could transfer someone else up.
Sidestep here.
Actually, no, she has to do it because otherwise it'd be greater than 22. Yep, here we go.
She targets an enemy.
Their only opportunity.
It has to be. Oh wait, that's Blake's on 59.
Yep,
49,
so that's,
and I'm on 27.
Yep.
So they both are in range. And I think Blake has. Oh, they both have low defense.
yep. So her considering her options here, so only 6 defense that she's got to get. She can't focus on this one. You can't get a blessed on it. So really just hoping that
Blake.
she can get that.
Target Blake with this.
All right, let's see if Adria successfully gets this roll. She really needs it. Oh my god. Now a huge miss for Adria.
So 9.
This is not good. We may see a 3-hero knockout blow from Verant.
That'd be a big swing if it hit. And she sidestepped. She didn't hit, so she doesn't get her passive. So she's done.
Now, I don't know what her other heroic action is. I may have almost considered what else she needs to do to do that. The other thing Adria could have done, instead of sidestepping back, it is a riskier move. Actually, no, she couldn't, because if she did end up taking that reaction attack, then she would have not been able to do that health transfer. So no, that wouldn't have worked either. I was, considering the idea of her mobbing Count Blake.
Take the reaction attack.
Okay, so you're moving, not sidestepping. Does distracted apply to special attacks?
I don't think so. Gotta pull out the handy dandy rule book for this one.
Yeah, I was just gonna
I think it would, because Hurst is the only one that specifically says.
Well, Curse specifically actually does say primaries only.
Yeah, I don't know if distracted does or not. That was
Yeah.
the thing.
Distracted. I think it's on page 80 here. It just says -3 to the attack roll.
Okay,
It doesn't
so it would
say.
apply then.
Yep.
It would.
Okay, good.
So that distracted is gonna count against him on this one.
So Verant is he moving or not moving?
No, not moving. So
Not moving, so he takes the reaction from Rick.
Oh, I think he already dropped the
Okay, so that
taking a reaction there for Rourke. Maybe the last chance Rourke gets. Wow, he can just not get those hits. And that's a 4, so that's not enough to hit Verant.
I'm going to target Katarina.
Yep.
-2 to the roll. We'll take 4 damage from Rourke's passive.
Oh no, he's actually going to take a minus. 5.
5, it still hits.
Wow.
4. That one. So 48 to 44.
What? Oh my God. He just knocked out. He's going to knock out 3 characters here. So Weird does 24 damage.
27 down to 3, and Weird, I can kill 2 other enemies with 10 HP or less in 5
And it just knocked out Kellyanna and Rurik at the same time. Great play by Mask there. And now Katarina only at 3 HP. Just barely even anything left. A fantastic play. Absolutely crazy. Adria missing that Dark Ritual was key
That was a big
to
swing.
not being able to stop that. So very quickly, things
Yes, I am very
have
sad Katarina did not
changed.
hit.
Adria is in trouble now. She was
It would have
very
saved
ahead.
Kalanya and Rurik, but
Now in a
Katarina
lot
did
of
a
trouble.
better
So she
job.
is at a total of 59 hit points versus the 44 plus 34, which is 78. So wow, what a big swing. So now Mask DuPont's in the lead. This is very quickly turning into a very exciting game. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Don't see this happen a lot where you see such a big swing. So this is quite the development that just happened here.
So I am going to focus, and I will use
So
Stream of Balance
now
on Count Blake.
Adria does have Cycle of Life and Death, so she will be able to bring somebody back to life if she can get that off with Sheeran there. And then she can start getting out some more heals.
12, that will hit. I thought it was a 2 because someone else's hand was there and I didn't see the 1. So, I was not going to do the passive. I assume I would have had to pick that beforehand. Before I rolled.
Technically, well, it says you may choose not to. So, like, if you didn't do it, then it's assuming you're not, right? But
Yeah, that's what I figured. I meant to, but I forgot to say I was going to. So that'll be 12 damage to Blake.
so Stream of Balance there to Count Blake.
Count Blake is distracted. I guess Katarina will get 4 hit points. It's going to make much of a difference unless there's a miss, but we shall see.
So going with Stream of Balance, I think she's kind of just hoping that he'll kind of keep missing is probably the thought with that. But wow, what a crazy game so far. Adria trying to come back now after an absolute massive play.
Life drain on Katarina.
All right, going with Life Drain. Now this is a good time to have Count Blake. Because he's going to be able to basically lock down some healing because there's really not anyone else to get that healing other than Sheeran, and he doesn't really heal himself as much, nor does he really need it. And a miss. So only 5 residual damage. Katarina surviving for another attack, not knocked out. So back down to 2 again here. And Katarina getting another opportunity to do something. Both of her specials are down, so now it'd be either using a heroic action or trying to basically continue to make those rolls harder for Mask. Now he was distracted on that, but it really didn't even matter because it was a -3 to the roll.
I'm going to go ahead and use my other special.
Here we go.
So can I move a thing from a dead combatant to a live combatant?
Well, no, because technically when he died, should have already been gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Maybe I won't use that then. That's okay. That was part of the... I might still use it for the healing. Let's see. She's got...
So the
keep
nice...
hitting the button that resets my table rotation.
So
It rotates me 90 degrees and
the
zooms me right
the
out.
nice thing about the heroic action, right, is you got something that basically you can't miss that, right? You're gonna get it no matter what. Now,
Sidestepping's going to be
considering
lava's
the
residual
position,
damage?
what was that?
Is lava residual damage?
No.
Or no? Okay. Okay, so she is stuck against the lava.
She is definitely stuck against the lava. She needs to do that heroic
So
action,
she might as well use that because if she attacks, she'll take a
Yep.
reaction attack.
and she will
Does she
probably
get to
die.
resolve the attack before she dies, or would the reaction attack happen first?
The
and kill her
reaction
then?
attack happens first.
Okay. So in that case, I will use this so that she can actually do something.
Yep. Otherwise, would not get to attack potentially, just get knocked out, and she does
So
get it.
She can heal, or I can deal 16 damage.
So this might be actually time to heal because she got she got lucky with Count Blake missing that life drain. But she may be able to knock out Count Blake pretty soon with assured
Heal 16
damage.
herself.
Yeah,
So it's
I'd probably go with the heal. I think that's
2
probably a
hits instead
little
of 1,
better.
So she goes up to 18. And
I don't know what
Besides
Code
that,
and
two.
Tyshin, what you guys would do. Personally, I think I'd go for the heal on this one. If I was in Adria's place, and now Sharon will be up next for Adria, and Veront is up next. So Weird is down. He still has his regeneration, but that's only when he is basically already dead and he resurrects himself. All right, going for that tentacle claws there. Good one about that is it's a +2 to the roll, and it is not enough. That is a nat 1 miss. Miss, and no matter what there on that one. So another miss for Mass. Now he is starting to miss this. This is going to be critical if he cannot get these killing blows off. So
are
Sharon.
you moving?
So Sharon looking, or Veront taking his move action here before he ends his turn. Yep, definitely want to get into a good position before some of these characters go off. So Sharon there, he could get some more healing out with double channeling. He could also get, well, I guess he doesn't have special up. Special was down there. But he could get, double channeling out, make Katarina a little tougher there with toughened and make her empowered. Now she would still suffer reaction attack, but she'd be able to reduce some of that damage with that. Otherwise, it would be trying to make it so that way basically Mass just ends up missing his next attack again. So I think she's considering what she wants to do here. Stream of Balance does a lot more damage, which is a good positive thing on that one, especially if she's trying to knock him down to 10 HP.
So I'm going to move to here.
Yep, there you go. Give yourself the best chance
I'm going
possible to get those hits.
use
That's
Stream of Balance.
super important.
I will use my passive this time.
All right, so
I will target
Adria
Count Blake.
blessed here, going for Count Blake, seeing if she can get that hit, and looks like good thing she is blessed. Otherwise, that would have been a huge miss. Let's see if she can finally get that hit.
Did you take the damage from using?
Not yet, but is the damage only
So
if you hit?
it's
or is
only if you hit. So since you miss, you didn't take any
missed.
damage.
All right. So Count Blake takes 5 damage, 5 residual damage. 2, 17. Oh, at least I didn't take the hit
So
points.
wow, a double miss. We don't see that a lot, especially on an altar. But that's where it is. So 2 on 2, controllers and a healer and a brute kind of battling it out here. Now, I will say the damage potential is on Mask DuPont's side. He's got a chance to potentially win this game. I think he's still ahead as well, but it's pretty close. All right, so he's going to Night Cloak up to Sheeran. He could Night Cloak up and then be on the altar and basically have a blessed roll for that, but he does not need it.
That's 12 damage plus 4 passive. 40.
Yep, 12. Wait. Just to double check the number here, wasn't Sheeran at 56?
16, so 12 damage plus 4 from passive.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you. You say the brutality. There you go.
Yeah.
Just making sure he did not declare or get too much on that, but he did get that correctly, so he does get the get that passive. So finally remembering that.
Let's go to sidestep to here.
So Katarina, no specials up,
Then
no heroic actions either at this point.
she is going to use trying to blood curse on Count Blake.
Alright, doing the blood curse here on Count Blake, trying to knock him out if she can. 11 damage on hit if she gets that. And she does.
There we go, that's a hit.
Finally getting a
11
hit.
damage to Count Blake. So 17 down to 6.
And then
Count Blake will be cursed, and her passive will do 4 damage to Veront.
there you go. Alright, so very close game here. So these two both at 40. Katarina at 13 and Count Blake at 6. So Adria just slightly, ever so slightly ahead, although it is Veront's turn. So very quickly this game got close. Oh, I don't think I heard what he was declaring. You were going for the tentacle claw?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Shira is within range. We'll take 5 damage.
All right. Yeah. Now Mask is definitely starting to remember those
So this time,
So
passives.
he's on. He was on 40. So he goes to 36.
4.
Yeah, he was at 40 before.
And Veront is going to move in range Katarina.
Oh, she can take 1, 2, 3, 4. She can move back another one and still be within range of despair. So Sheeran coming up next. He only needs to get 1 hit off. And I'd probably go for that double channeling because that's enough, and she'll get a heal and toughened to somebody. Probably actually himself, because he can actually do it himself. Unless Mass is going to switch up and go to Katarina, which
So I
he's
assume
pretty
power
easy.
offering, if there's no valid targets for swapping special attacks, then there is no special attack to swap.
Though you're saying with 2 combatants, swap 1 unspent, you can't swap attacks that can't be removed, copy, or apply permanent effects.
So if there's no valid person to swap with, then there's just no swap, right?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
So Sheeran does have special up. He could probably a chance here. Now there is no swap, like she said. Two combatants swap one unspent special attack. So she'd have to give a if she would have to swap something away like regeneration with one of hers, but
I think
probably just doesn't
like
want to do
Berg's
that. Probably just
passive,
wants to
so
do the
I'm
heal.
going to sidestep here. And oh, that's a lot of kill damage.
Yeah, I go for that power offering because she'll be enough to kill Count Blake, give a massive heal to Katarina, and she'll be in a very comfortable spot then. Going with power off or cycle of life and death is not a good option right now. Yep,
And
definitely the better
Count
special to
Blake with
use.
power offering. So I will take the 6 damage. Or Chiron will take the 6 damage.
All right, so now she really needs to get this off. This will most likely give her the game if she gets it, and she does.
So Count Blake will die because that's 8 damage plus effects.
Count Blake is knocked out.
And then I will heal 28. Do I want to heal myself or do I want to heal Katarina?
I would well. Could heal himself for quite a bit.
I'm going to go ahead and heal Katarina for 28.
Yeah, now he's going to do some less damage, so probably not as good. Now, Katarina is also becoming a lot less useful because her passive isn't as good anymore. But she can kind of keep throwing down a
passive on her if I heal, if I do that. Does it force you guys to... Yeah, I think it's still better to go this way.
Yeah, I think so too. Keeping Katarina up. She's some more damage potential, especially if she can get Black Plague off or reduce his chance to hit. Might be a little bit better. Now her effectiveness is really going down because she can't use Despair now. There's no other target for her to attack. So at this point, Mask is basically, he can't even use his last special. Vayrant is the last character alive. At this point, he just has to hope Adria makes some mistakes for him to be able to pull this one out, because he's definitely in some trouble now. So he's going to go with Tentacle Claw there. Going with Katarina. And a 7, that will be enough. He does get +2 to the attack roll. And she's got 6 defense. So, yep, getting over there pretty easily, doing 9 damage. And she will get, or he will get that Despair at least.
Okay. So that's just no sidestepping and no benefit moves.
Yep.
So I can still do a normal move, though.
So not a lot of controllers have a melee attack, and that's the interesting thing about Vayrant there, is he actually does have a melee attack. She is slowed, so she's going to have to take a reaction attack there. There's not really any way for her to kind of get around this.
So if he hits, he does 7.
So Adria just kind of counting it out, making sure she doesn't make any mistakes. Like I said, this is the part where she just got to make sure don't make any big mistakes, and you should be able to win this one.
Normal move action.
One.
Here.
Yeah, so might as well move up, take a blessed roll. He does get it.
And then she's gonna 4 movement gets her to the altar.
Oh, she's now on the altar.
Guarantee a hit.
Now the interesting part is she is kind of in a spot for Wall of Fire, so he may not wanted to go in that spot.
I never know which button it is to actually go to.
It's Q and E.
Okay. so we're gonna try Blood Curse on Verant.
All right, going for Blood Curse on Verant, hoping that he will get some misses and get some more damage against him if that's the case. And she is successful.
See if I can get a critical hit.
So might as well roll for another one. See if you can get that crit since she has to take that blessed roll and does not get it.
But it is a hit, so I take 3 damage.
I don't think we've actually seen any crits so far in this game, other than maybe the first roll of the game for hero selection. All right, so Verant now is going to have to take some cursed rolls unless he wants to just go for basic attacks, which I don't think he's really going to want to do. He's probably going to try to go for those wall of fires. Is actually what I'm expecting him to do. The other thing he can do is he could move up and start kind of moving into that altar spot, and then that would cancel that curse. Now at the same time, no, looking like he may be doing that. So he's going for Tentacle Claw. Now, Wall of Fire actually does more damage. And it would apply to both of them. So I think that's actually the best likely chance for him. But he's not going to go with that. That is a hit there on Chiron, who is now... did you roll your other roll? Your curse roll?
He hit on the first one, so... he's gonna hit no matter what.
No, it's a cursed roll, so he rolls twice, gets the worst.
Oh, it's right. It's the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still hits.
Nope, still got it.
Right. It is. Right. Curse is disadvantage. Oh no, disadvantage. You still get the better of the two.
Is it? I thought it was you get the worst.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh yeah.
It's advantage. You roll twice, get the best.
Disadvantage.
Roll twice, get the worst. All right, so that passive still working out now. Chiron, yeah, this has been a pretty cray-cray match. Cycle of Life and Death is probably her best chance here. She can negate, negate that curse. And hopefully resurrect Rurik or Kellyanna, and then be able to do 20 damage and take him down to 9. Let's see if she gets it here. Whoa, just happened there.
That is a hit, so that is 20 damage.
My screen kind of fluctuated for a second.
29 down to
So
9.
she does get it. 20 damage.
I can heal for Katarina. So 12.
So
Then I can revive a dead ally.
Revive a dead ally with 20 HP and no special attacks. Place it within 5. So Rurik there. Pretty good option. Now, he doesn't do as much damage, but at this point, it's more about survival than it really is about damage, because Adria is up on the health, so she just needs
because
to...
because he died, his passive, or his permanent thing is gone, right?
Yep.
Okay. And I am done.
So a great resurrection there. So looking like Adria is going to pull this out. It will be really hard for Mass to get this one. He's going to have to use Tentacle Claw on this one, actually. Because he's not in a good spot. So he has to attack Rurik here with this one. Otherwise, he'll take the Circle of Protection. He does actually get that. And he has to roll twice because he is still cursed. Wow. And now he's getting the rolls. That's kind of funny. This far into the game, he's finally getting the rolls. Like I said,
So I have to go with Crushing Blow because Crushing Blow would end it.
so yep,
And
Crushing
Berg
Blow will
is
do it.
bombing, so cursed but +3.
So yeah, the other option she could have get win with a basic attack and just get a +1 to the roll.
It's a hit.
And that's it.
That one's also a hit.
That's enough.
That is 11 damage.
All right. So that will be enough to take out Verant. And
That was close. That came down to the wire there.
Yeah. That
No
was
specials, I mean.
yeah,
Yep.
you missed I think
missed both
2
by
specials.
permanent effects. Yep,
Yeah.
both permanent effects. Yep.
Woo.
Yeah. Well, I did have
Would have
Heroic
very much
Inspiration.
changed the game.
Yeah, I had Heroic Inspiration to transfer 1. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and then missing Katarina's special hurt.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was pretty
That was
crazy
going to be a
cuz
44 hit point swing.
Yep.
But
Well,
it ended up being
actually
weird right after that.
you need to rewatch the play because you actually missed another opportunity that you could have done Dark Ritual early on. And it would have been that 44-point swing as well.
I think I was looking at it before, but she might
It-
not have had the special available. The
I
token
think
available?
it was no, your special was
Was it
available. Yeah.
Okay.
It was Kellyanna was down, I think at like 16 or something like that, and then
Yeah.
I forget who it was, but someone was up at like 48, or no, maybe
No, 48 is
maybe
too far.
yeah, it was a I think
was
like
watching
38 or
for it,
something.
and I think I was about to use it, but then there was like a bit of healing or something that just put it out of range.
Yeah.
I think.
Well,
maybe-
you'll have to
maybe it
rewatch
wasn't.
it because I talked
Yeah.
about that section for a while, and I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it was a 22 swing, but
Okay,
anyway.
maybe I missed one. But
Still, it was a great game. Absolute crazy play with that weird going off. I really thought
I
like
saw that coming.
you're just
and I was
gonna
like, I
wipe
just need
out
him to
everything.
miss. Yeah, it's like I need him to miss, and he got it.
Wow. And Adria playing very aggressive tonight. Very quick
Yeah,
kill.
Yeah.
Like
Once I
8.5
got him down, like,
minutes
might as well
in.
just, it's like I might as well just keep going, just hammer him, get him down.
Poor
I
Lord
was like,
Wrath.
well, I mean, it kind of gets Nyx's healing going a bit more frequently, because that's the trade-off, because fewer heroes, more turns. But
Yep.
and then yeah, using that heroic inspiration, even though I didn't get half of it, it kept Katarina alive. Because if she tried doing anything else, she was probably dead.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. It was definitely better to just give her the heal with the heroic inspiration than trying to do more damage.
If someone had been at 16 or less, I would have taken the kill.
Yeah.
But no one was quite that level.
Poor Lord Wrath never even getting an opportunity to do
get
a
an action.
single attack.
Even when I resurrected him.
Yeah, even when he
Yeah.
got rezzed. Yep.
Still got him down.
Oh man, what a great game, guys! Thanks for playing. Fantastic game. Anyway, that is it for tonight, guys. Thanks everyone who watched. We had actually quite a bit more crowd tonight, probably because this is actually a reasonable time for many people to watch this game, unlike some of our games that have been at like 8 o'clock in the morning. But anyway.
Yeah, there have been some that are like before I get out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, thanks for playing. Congratulations, Adria, and thanks so much, Mass, for playing and continuing on in the tournament with us. It's great having you. And anyway, that is it for tonight, everyone, and we'll see you at the next one.